Dude, if you have an online business and you are using live video to grow your income and grow your following, then this video today is for you. My name is Jen Casey. I'm a business strategy coach and I teach online entrepreneurs, specifically those in the wellness field, how to go from social media to sales and build thriving online businesses. Now today, I'm also sharing a little bit of stuff from my past as a professionally trained actor and vocalist and kind of bringing this in to all of this stuff of how to really be confident on video, right? But it's so much more than confidence. That's kind of this overarching theme. That's the umbrella. But what is the actual, real, tangible thing that we can change? What is the thing that we need to change in order to get people engaged in our videos, in order to get people to know, love, and trust us? Well, here's my one little tip today. Yes, I just tried to broadcast this a few minutes ago and Facebook decided to crash, reset my phone, and now we're rocking and rolling. So the tip that I have for you today is very simple. We need to stop apologizing. That's it. Here's the deal. So many people get on live video and they will verbally apologize. They will apologize for their hair being out of place or for their kids yelling in the background or for looking down at their notes or whatever. Their house is a mess. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry for this. I'm so sorry for that. Oh, don't look at these books that are stacked in the back. Just ignore them. Don't look at those. And when you tell people not to look at something or not to acknowledge something, what's the first thing they do? They're like, oh, I didn't even notice that before, but now that you literally drew all of my attention to that thing, now I'm looking at that. Honestly, I see a lot of people doing live video, and I know instantly if that person is confident in their content and confident in themselves based on whether or not they are kind of either verbally apologizing or non-verbally apologizing. So obviously the first thing here is do not verbally apologize. Just roll with it. And what I was kind of saying before that this live got interrupted was that, if you want to do that whole self-deprecating humor kind of thing of, I want to make people feel closer to me so they can see that I'm a real person by saying, look guys, I have bad hair days too, or whatever it may be. That's cool so long as you are actually confident first. Okay? So if you think about somebody like Jennifer Lawrence, that girl makes fun of herself and it's hilarious. And everyone laughs because we know that she's really actually very confident in what she's doing. Or Amy Schumer, another one, she makes fun of her weight, she makes fun of everything about herself. But she does so from a place of empowerment, from a place of certainty. But I see a lot of people who try to go and do this as a way to eliminate their own anxiety and their own insecurity, not necessarily to bring other people closer to them, right? So we just have to be aware because we all have those friends, throughout our lives who were actually really insecure. And instead of just kind of being confident, they would draw attention to their insecurities and be like, oh, well, too bad my outfit's not as cute as everyone else's today. And it made everyone in the room kind of go, oh no, you look great, because that was the friend that you constantly had to pick them up. So if you are leading a business and you are trying to become a thought leader and get people to follow you, you can't be that person. You can't be that person that's constantly looking for that reassurance, right? So verbally, commit, especially ladies, this is huge. We bump into somebody walking down the street or they bump into us and we apologize to them. Or we're sitting on a bus or on a train, right, on the subway, and someone sits down to us and we scooch over and we go, oh, sorry. Why are you apologizing for taking up space? Why are you apologizing for existing and being here? Same goes for being on camera. As an actor in an audition room, if you walk in and start singing a song or start a monologue and forget your words and go, oh, sorry, can we start over? You are not getting the role. Sorry, it's just the truth, right? You're not getting the role because that is not the type of person they're looking for. They want somebody who's confident enough to kind of save themselves, pick themselves up if they make a mistake. We want to know that the people that we're working with, the people that we're following, have that same level of certainty. Because if you are not confident in your message and in yourself, why is anyone else going to follow you? Your goal by live video is to be really transparent and build that know, like, and trust. So really start to think about what that would actually look and feel like, and study the people who you know, like, and trust, and what are the things that they are bringing to the table that's causing those feelings within you to go, okay, I know that this person, they've got me. They're going to show up for me. They're going to be there for me. They know what they're talking about, right? So that's the literal verbal communication. Now I want to touch on the nonverbal communication because this is actually much bigger, right? It's like 80 or 90% of communication is actually nonverbal. So that's your physical stance. So, everybody leads with a different part of their body. Some people walk with their chest, and that's a very confident, regal, almost royalty kind of thing where they lead with their chest when they walk. It's very up. Some people might lead with their nose if they're a little oh, I'm nervous. They lead with their nose, right? Some people lead with the top of their head when they're just hunched over, right? So our posture gives away something about our confidence in the way that we carry ourselves. If you look at something like tone of voice, there's a lot of live videos you'll see people jump on and they're uncomfortable. It's their first live. I get it. It's not easy. The first couple are a little terrifying. I get it. But, if you have a quieter voice, get yourself a mic. Get yourself a mic because that's huge. Because if you are mumbling, if there's noise in the background, if we can't actually hear you, that audio is so important. And tone of voice, inflection. Some people are speaking in monotone and people are like, are they even excited about what they're talking about? If you say the word, I'm so excited about what I'm talking about today, you guys are going to be so pumped. You're excited because I also am excited. I'm physically excited. I sound excited. My face is excited. But if I'm like, hey guys, I'm really excited about what I'm going to talk about today. I think it's going to be really valuable for everybody. And, you're like, does this girl even know what she's talking about? Right? And we all make those mistakes. I'm not saying that you can't. Obviously, keep getting on live video, keep practicing, keep learning. But I'm explaining this to you because I want you to be aware of the actual ways that you can kind of go in and change it instead of just saying, be more confident. That's super general. I want to give you the tangible things. So these two books are pretty phenomenal from my acting days. And I want to quickly touch on actions very quickly. So actions, basically, when you're in a situation with anyone ever, we all have a goal. So let's say, for example, you want to get some money from your dad, right? Ladies, you know what I'm talking about, right? You want to get money from dad, and he's like, no, honey, we you're a little kid, and he's like, no, we don't have, you can't get ice cream today. And you're like, but why? So first, you are playing the action maybe to charm. You're like, but why, Dad? But why? Can't I just have a little bit of ice cream? Right? So you're playing that action. Then he's like, no, honey. And you're like, dang it, that didn't work. So now I've got to play another action. All right, how else can I convince him that I should get ice cream? And you're like, maybe you start flirting, kind of playing a little different thing. Like, Daddy, you're the best dad. Can I just please have some ice cream? It's not working, right? And then you're like, shit, that's not working. All right, I got to play another action, right? And then maybe you start playing to threaten, well, you better give me ice cream because if I don't get ice cream, I'm going to have a tantrum or whatever. And he's like, all right, chill out, little kid. So we have to play these different actions in order to get what we want. So start paying attention to the actions. These are just action words, verbs, things that you are doing to another person and things that you're doing while you're on live video. When I'm on live video, I am not playing the action to apologize. So if you're playing the action to apologize, you're like, hey everyone, what is that physicality? When you're actually apologizing to someone, you're kind of stepped back a little bit, your head's down, you're a little bit more, walking on eggshells a little bit. The action that maybe I'll play on video is to rally the troops. I'm like, let's go people. We've got a message that needs to get out there and you need to hear it. That's the energy and that's the action off the top of my head that I'm kind of coming at you guys with, right? There's a lot of things at stake here. There's a lot of things at stake. And I obviously am mixing in different actions just naturally as I'm kind of going through whatever I'm sharing with you guys on a particular live video. But start paying attention to the actions that you play throughout life. What are the things that you play most frequently? Maybe you have specific actions that you play to your parents, to your husband, to your boss. And we do these things in order to get whatever our desired end result is, right? How many live videos should you post each month or week to keep people interested? That's a great question, Katrina. Honestly, I don't know if there's a specific number. I think the quality and the value is far more important than the length. And I guess it also kind of depends on what you're doing. So for some people, even who I coach, kind of what they do, it's a little bit more lifestyle oriented and their videos might be quick 5-10 minutes every day of them making their breakfast, doing a quick, recipe. Like, that's cool. And if you have that kind of a brand and that kind of a business, that could be really effective. And people are like, oh, every morning at 8 a.m., I know that I'm going to get this really great recipe from this person. When you are a business coach, I'm a business coach, obviously. So for me, I'm not necessarily going to do a live every single day. I probably do them between 3 and 5 times a week, depending on what else is happening within my business. But I think 3 times a week is a really cool number to start with, just so that you really build that consistency and that following, and people know, and you have enough time to really practice. Because if you're only doing them once a week, then, it's kind of more difficult to get better at them. I mean, if you look at anybody who is trying to become an expert in what they're doing and really reach that level of excellence, I think, practicing daily is valuable. If you want to do live video and you're like, maybe I don't want to do live every single day on Facebook. I know Periscope is not super duper popular at the moment. It's kind of like, if you have a following there, great. If not, I don't know how many people are really jumping on there. But hey, why not, right? Do a live video on Facebook, then go do that content the next day on Periscope. It's different people are seeing it, and it's going to give you that opportunity to really practice and hone that craft of really feeling comfortable on live video. Lou says, I will be bringing the energy every time. Yeah, you got to bring the energy, because, I'm sure you guys see people who are doing live videos these days to really promote themselves. And what is it that really persuades you to, 1, continue watching, 2, to follow them, and 3, to maybe go along with whatever their call to action is? Like, maybe they're selling something at the end of their live. Maybe they are inviting you to some kind of free piece of content, to some Facebook group, right? Like, what is actually getting you to say, I want to learn more about this person. I want to invest with them. Huge piece. You don't get to that place. You don't get to giving someone that call to action unless you keep them engaged for the whole video. So you might have an awesome call to action, an awesome product you're launching, but if you can't hold it down and really engage those people throughout your presentation, it's like no one's even getting to that end place. So I want you guys to really start thinking about, what are the actions that you're currently playing when you get on live video, and what are some more empowering actions? Because if you have that in the back of your head before you press live, let me tell you, things will shift. If you come at this from the position of, like, let's look up some quick verbs for you guys, right? Attack, to blame, to castrate, to bother, right? If you feel like you're bothering people by getting on live, no one's checking in, right? To forgive, to forewarn, like, these are all things that you play every single day as a human being. That's why this book exists, because it's based on the human condition and things that we do. And as actors, we go through this and try to make scenes alive by really identifying what this could look like. To organize, to outsmart, to outwit, to overshadow, to inspire. Like, really think about what's at stake. What is the message that you want people to walk away with? And what action do you need to play in order to make that message effective and make people really walk away feeling inspired to do whatever it is that you told them to do, right? So that is what I have for you guys today. Really excited that I got to share this. Finally, Facebook Live decided to work for me. So if you want to connect further, you can head to heyjencasey.com. I've got a really cool 5-day mindset challenge for those of you who are still kind of feeling a little insecure or unsure about where you're at in terms of your business. Can I do it? Can I make it? So we kind of cover all of that money mindset, goal setting. It's a really cool 5-day challenge. People have said some really cool stuff about it. So head to heyjencasey.com and you can get it for free. It's Jen with one N, just so you know. And if you want to join the private Facebook group, Health Coaches Go From Social Media to Sales, my business partner Angie and I, we post pretty much every single day some kind of live video or cool tip. This is kind of for anyone who's in the wellness field, really anyone who's building an online business. It all kind of applies, but it's specifically for people in the wellness field. So feel free to request to join. We would love to have you. And if you found this valuable, feel free to share it with your entrepreneurial friends. And hopefully they get some value out of it too, right? So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.